All right, I'll wait for my Facebook family. I know you're all about to go out to lunch here for a second. Come on. I'm waiting for some people to come on here. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. All right, so here's the deal. I want to talk about some VA scenario that I just came across here, okay? Just got back from a conference last week. I'm working my secret bunker here because I'm a little bit infected. I don't want to get anybody else in the office sick. So I figured I'll just work from the office today. I'm feeling a little bit under the weather, but I'm fine. All right, so here's the deal. Somebody's going for a second VA loan, okay? You can have two VA loans. This is the biggest misconception. This is a big myth that we're busting with our military mortgage boot camp people. So this scenario, when I ran a scenario, he went through a divorce. So the ex-spouse has the house, okay? So like we don't have to count the debt against him, okay? But his entitlement is pretty much screwed right now. Because when we ran the entitlement numbers, he can only go up to 100% financing at $75,000, roughly. It's like 74 and change, okay? Not where he wants to be. Okay, so something to watch out for is that when you have somebody who's gone through a divorce, even though they have a divorce decree, okay, you don't have to count that debt against them, but it screws them with the entitlement. Okay, so you got to run those calculations. And we have good people to really double check ourselves and everything else to make sure that those calculations are correct. But what most people feel, and I came across this a couple of times last week too, is, well, the spouse is, covering that debt, so I should be fine with the entitlement. It's not true. Your entitlement and your DTI are completely two different things here. Okay, so with this client, we're going to have to flip him and possibly go FHA. There's some other issues that we're working through. But just be aware of this is when you're going after, when somebody has a VA loan already, yes, you can have two VA loans, but you got to do the calculations. But also make sure that when you do those calculations that the entitlement is there. Now, let's say I'm just using this as an example because it happened about a month ago. Let's say you do the entitlement, run those numbers, okay? When you run those numbers, and let's say that person can only go up to 150, but they only want to buy up to, 175. Well, you can go up to 150, and between 150 and 175, that difference, you can only, that borrower has to put 25% of that difference down. Okay, so very important information here. This has come up quite a bit. Obviously, there's a lot of people going through divorces. What is it, 60, 70% now? It's crazy. So knowing that information on that, just because it's on a divorce decree doesn't mean that they're good to go and, hey, I can go get another VA loan. Yes, you can per guidelines, but you have to check the calculations for entitlement. So hopefully that helps you. Hopefully you don't get yourself into a jam. If that's a problem, then you have to look at a different avenue, go FHA. Maybe conventional, see if you have an option that way. Or tell the ex-spouse who should have, on a divorce decree, refied that damn house 3 years ago, and she still hasn't refied it. So, I don't know, maybe get the judge involved to do something like that. I don't know. But anyway, that will help too, because once she refis it in her name, or his name, okay? But if she refis it in her name, then the full entitlement can get totally restored back to our borrower, who is the veteran. So just something to think about. And also, if you want to put somebody who's a spouse on the loan or somebody else who's not a vet, just be aware that this could happen if you get a divorce. So I'm telling you what to do, we're trying to game plan, but just think about that too. Because I see a lot of VAs kind of get screwed when a divorce happens because they're overseas, things happen, it's a strain on the relationship. But what happens is that when you want to buy another house and use a VA, you're kind of locked in until that person does something that they should have done per the damn divorce decree. I don't know, get all fired up here. But anyway, what's up, Griff? So anyway, hopefully this helps you. I will see you guys and gals next time. Bye-bye.